that thumbs up, the reactions that coaches. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. We're hoping that it didn't do it today. But anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome to Bestie Finders Office Hours. We are super excited. It's Wednesday, and I'm here with my besties, Dr. Lisa. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Hey, Coach Nayala. Hey, Coach.
Hey.
So we are here with you guys for our office hours. So we're gonna jump right in it because we're trying to figure out exactly what Dr. Lisa's gonna make us do today. Okay. And so, but it's always exciting. It's always exciting. So, she keeps us in line. That's her gift. You know what? Let me just tell you publicly, okay, that I'm so appreciative of who you are for first and foremost, being my bestie and then just of your gifts. I mean, you keep us on point, on task, looking good, looking right, keeping our brand, staying on point. I mean, guys, I could go on and on. So I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you for being who you are and who you are to us. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate hearing it. It's always nice to hear that you appreciate it. And I'm
Yes.
very happy to work for us together to serve people and help them be better.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're gonna turn it over to Dr. Lisa so she can tell us what we're gonna be talking about today. So buckle up, buttercups.
Okay, guys, to this week, and through the end of the year, really, we're going to be going back to our roots to explain where are we coming from with all of this. We talk about the gifts every week. We talk about our own gifts, but where do these gifts come from? What are the motivational gifts, and how do they help us? What does knowing the gifts do for us? And we say, and Dr. Dean Cathy always says that they're going to transform your life, and once you know, they'll be a million times better. And so we know
Absolutely.
that once you understand your gifts, you start seeing them in yourself and in others, and you start operating with a little bit more grace and giving yourself grace and offering grace to others. Coach Nyala is not quite sure that about all that grace, but as we grow, we develop more grace as we understand and understand where our gifts kind of sometimes maybe get in the way of our understanding and grace for others. So, Dean Cathy, as our certified gift coach, please explain for our people, what are the motivational gifts and where do they come from?
All righty. Okay, so look, she pulled a little quiz on us this morning because so yeah, I'm gonna have to I'm coming from the gut, y'all. I'm coming from what I have embodied during this whole time of becoming a certified gift teacher, right? A gift coach. And so the motivational gifts are the gifts that we are born with. They are the gifts that are part of our DNA. It's all about how we're wired and how we really act, think, and show up in the world as we know it, and who we are. And when I tell you, it is definitely the best thing that you could ever do in life, because it is definitely talking about who you are. And so, and just explain it. And it's not just enough to know it, guys. For all those who've taken assessments before, it is deeply rooted in understanding who you are, on how you're going to get to where you want to get to, right? And so it is biblically based for us, for me, and of course, and for us, because we know that these gifts are found in Romans 12. Guys, go and read the whole chapter. It's amazing, and it's telling you to be about how you were wired and not think too much more highly of yourself than you ought to. Okay. And so when you're trying to jump over in other people's lanes, and then you can go to 1 Corinthians 12, and it breaks it down. Like, if you're called to be an exhorter, exhort people. If you're called to serve as a server, serve with gladness, right? And just breaking down all the other 5 gifts. So it's 7 gifts in all. And so when it breaks down exactly how you think about how you think, how you act, and it just really opens up a whole nother world of who you are and how to be able to become a successful you. And actually, putting that towards understanding your family, your friends, your coworkers, and your church. family as well. So that's it in a nutshell without me having to take too long, because she told us we only have 15 minutes. We can't talk about each one of them, because she made sure she let me know that, because she know I would go in. So
I
hopefully I
know that
did
you
some
love the
justice for
gifts,
that,
and I
Dr.
know
Lisa.
that you are always ready to share about the gifts. So I'm
Can I
going to
say this
challenge
last
you.
thing?
Mhm.
I've been talking about it for 20 years, Dr. Lisa. 20 years when I found out about the gifts, and it changed my life tremendously. And I just knew it was something that everybody needed to know. And it wasn't about trying to sell them anything or trying to dump them into some get rich, no, whatever they may have been thinking about, or anything. Is the only thing it is about getting to know who you are. And that is the main thing, like a main purpose of why we're here, getting to know who you are and how you're supposed to operate in this earth, that will help you to complete the assignment that's been charged to you.
You did successfully put it in a nutshell. I appreciate it.
Okay.
So,
Awesome.
Coach,
Yes.
as someone who has graduated from the Women University program, which is based on our My Gifts ID framework and, of course, the motivational gifts, how did learning your gifts change how you saw the world?
I've been walking in lies all my life. Oh, no.
I love it. Oh, tell us.
Um, Understanding the gifts, it really opened my eyes to understand how people see me. First and foremost, I'm an only
Mm,
child. So some of the social interactions that people have that have siblings, I didn't get that, right? And then I was a latchkey kid. So I had me and my stuffed animals, so to speak, growing up, right? And so um understanding the gifts and how I was wired allowed me to understand one, who I am and how I relate to other people, how people were receiving me, and it helped me to understand why they receive me in the way that they do. And so it's been a growth process over the past year, of learning, accepting who I am to the core, being honest about that, and learning to love who I am, um, because that's how I'm wired. And at the same time, understanding where those strengths lie so that I'm not energy drained anymore, so that I can operate fully and serve according to the purpose that God um, called me.
mm-hmm.
And it's been eye-opening, it's been a blessing, it's been a challenge, it has been uh crying and tears, because I do lead in compassion. I understand now why I lean toward people who are in pain. That is a gift that some people just don't see, they don't recognize. And now that I know that, it helps me to operate a little bit better and respond better. And then learning that I have that giver gift that allows me to be a leader, to fill in gaps in different places. It's just a beautiful thing. So the process has been beautiful, just like a butterfly. It starts as a caterpillar, has to go through the crystallization process, and then become the butterfly that God destined it to become. So
You become
that's
ta-da. That was so good, Coach. That was
it's
so
true.
good, because I didn't get a chance to, and I'm not going to get a chance to talk about what it did for me in my life. But just to hear you say that, and just break that all the way down, you talk about experiencing that in your personal life and in your business life, girl. This is
Mhm.
fabulous. You just said everything that needs to be said.
Thank you.
And I'm
Thank you
I'm
very
glad
much.
of it. So I'll kind of give you a different perspective, looking back on my life as teachers do, and reviewing things. So when I first met Dean Cathy and experienced the assessment for the first time, I said, okay, this is interesting. And the results kind of confirmed for me who I am. And I was at a place where I was shifting into that acceptance of myself as who I am. And it over the years working with Cathy and further embracing my gifts, I
Yay.
understood several things that happened back in my childhood. I'm gonna leave you with this one joke. Well, it's a real story, but I'll change the names to protect the guilty.
The innocent.
So there was one time. So I in fourth grade at finals time, I I was a teacher child. I got 100 on all of the finals. Right, I was that kid, and first there was shock, and there was being impressed, and then my mom made the choice to have them skip me to sixth grade. And of course, on the one hand, I'm with these older children who are wondering why this kid in their class. And on the other side, I have my peers who are now in the grade below me. So they cornered me as a group one time in the schoolyard and said, "You think you're the smartest one of all of us, don't you?" And my immediate response, without thinking about nothing, was, "No, that's what you think.
Exactly.
You're not going to tell a teacher child what they think of themselves. You don't have access to those facts." And there was I forget what conversation we were having, Cathy, but that moment was my teacheriest moment in my life that I can think of.
Wow. That is so cool, Dr. Lucy. Yeah, you haven't told me that story before. And so let me just say this, like, y'all, when it helps you, when you discover your gifts, it causes you to become more confident in who you are and how you operate and what naturally flows well from you, through you to other people. And that's how you're gonna be successful for real in this world, and how you're going to be able to help your family members, how you're going to do well on your job, how you're just going to do to serve well in whatever you do. Even as an entrepreneur, how to treat your customers, you'll know how they come in, so you know how to let them leave you, not scorned. And so let me just tell you, so it helped me in my marriage. It helped me to understand who I was married to. Okay. And then it helped me to understand my children later on, because now they are much older when I found out about the gifts. But it's never too late to learn, right? And so I was able to still able to guide them in different situations, because they come to me for advice. Because guess what? That's what my gift is. And people love to come to me for advice, right? Now I understand why people consider me to be some type of counselor, because people find me approachable, and so sometimes, guys, you find yourselves in that place and you think that that's where you want to be. So guess what? I went to school thinking I wanted to be some type of social worker, some type of psychologist or something like that, until I got into school and realized, no, my gift may work well in that space, but that's not what I do. That's not who I am. And so it helped me to understand, like, girl, you need to get your life together and get into business. That's where I've been, and that's where I stayed. And it's been remarkable because I understood my giftings. And so, and even in church. So it has helped me in serving and helping other people find their place in ministry. It has just been awesome, guys. So it just all lines up, and it's helping you to become that business owner that you want to become as well.
And you know what? That's a really, really, really good point, because just because you're good at it and gifted at it doesn't mean that is your thing. You don't have to jump at the first thing that your gift leads you to,
That's
because
right.
just knowing your gifts, as Cathy said, is not the end. You've got to understand them and understand who you are and then take that knowledge and do something with it.
Exactly.
And where
Work
do
it,
you find
baby.
out? In our Discover You course.
That's it. Please, and thank you. Right. My daughter, I said something to a group of my daughter's friends. I was with them on this past weekend, and they said, "You heard what your mom?" She said, "Yeah, she's bossy like that." So look, I'm operating in my bossiness. Go and get it. And that bossiness is always about something positive, though, right? Because I'm not gonna get up in your business. I don't want to be in people's business like that, right? All what you got going on personally. Nah. Come on. Get into Discover Your Gifts at BestieFinder.net. Discover You at BestieFinder. That's it. Discover You at
BestieFinder.net/gifts course will take you to
Gift
the
course.
course page.
She put the link up there, you guys. Check it out. Come on in. We will help you through that whole process. And I promise you, and I tell you, I don't promise people on nothing but the word of God, right? And this is where this is birthed from. And so I do want to give shout outs to the authors who are now going on, who have passed away. Don and Katie Fortune, who wrote the book Discover Your God-Given Gifts. So, and it has tremendously changed my life and helped me to change hundreds and hundreds of women's lives as well.
And on that note, that's it. That's all we need to say at that point.
Okay.
When I got my book at your recommendation, I was already a better coach after reading it the first time, and I'm reading it again and again. Coach Nyala, you have your book handy.
That's it.
So it is available on Amazon. Go check it out. But in order to learn the gifts and learn what to do with yours, we recommend you take our course. And on that note, we'll see you next week.
See you next week, guys.